Hey, Ed here from Precision Gun Reviews, and today we're taking a look at two Beretta pistols. This is a comparison between the Beretta 92X Compact in 9mm and the Beretta Px4 Storm Compact in 9mm. And this sort of represents the evolution of Beretta and their double-action, single-action, hammer-fire designs. We have the older Beretta 92 platform, which then sort of evolved into the Px4 platform, where the Px4 borrowed some elements of the 92, but then also did some other things that were different. And then the 92X is an update of the 92 platform. But the 92 platform has remained roughly the same for a very long time. There have been upgrades and improvements in reliability, durability, functionality, but essentially it does roughly the same thing that it always did. So these are the compact versions of their respective lineups, and one holds 13 rounds, and that's the 92X, and the other, the PX4, holds 15 rounds. And if you compare the size of these, you'll see that they're about the same height. Yet the PX4 and its updated magazine design and perhaps feeding design, that allows the PX4 to carry 15, whereas the older design carries 13 in the same height. And the 92 is quite a bit longer in the muzzle. Other differences between the two are the PX4 has a polymer frame. This was Beretta's shift to polymer. And the 92X retains the metal frame. This is an aluminum alloy frame on the 92X. Some of the common DNA you can see between these pistols is the firing system and the safety decocker mechanism. So originating in the 92, I'm going to drop this. We have an unloaded gun here. We had a safety decocker and a whole system that revolved around this mechanism, dropping the hammer with a slide-mounted safety and leaving yourself with a non-functional trigger on safe, and then going back to fire in double action. After which cycles and you have a single action. And you can see that's the same thing here on the Px4 Storm, just with a little bit of a different look, different style of lever, but it does the same thing. We have our double action and our single action. Now, between these two pistols, if we're talking about the trigger and these particular models, this is more of a base model of the PX4, and they have an upgraded model in the compact carry, whereas this 92X, it is the upgrade. So yeah, I don't know if you could tell when I was showing that trigger, but the 92X, A, it has a metal trigger. B, it has it's a much lighter weight and it's a smoother action, both in double action and in single action. As in fact, that single action trigger is pretty incredible. It's just, there's nothing here in this take-up, and it's the ever so light pressure can set that trigger off. And even in double action, it's fairly smooth. But I would say that the triggers on both of them are still good, even in this sort of lower end model of the PX4. Now what's different, we have that similar fire control group. What's different is their recoil mechanism. So the original was the Beretta 92 with its open slide design, very light slide, a design that was, free of debris, free of ejection problems for sure, because when this slide came back and rounds ejected, there was plenty of room. The barrel also stays in place. It stays horizontal, and it only moves back ever so slightly with the slide before releasing. And that's because below the barrel and attached to the barrel is a locking block mechanism that has a sort of lever that moves and allows the slide to break free from the barrel and continue rearward. The Px4 Storm has a mechanism that originated in the Beretta Cougar, which is a rotating barrel. So it locks right here with this angular portion of the barrel, and that rotates, allowing the barrel to move rearward. And similarly, it only moves back. You can see it's starting right here at the edge. It only moves back with the slide a little bit. Unlike the Browning actions, these are both different from Browning style actions, either with a linked design like in the 1911 or in linkless designs, which are seen in the majority of striker-fired polymer frame pistols today. Now we can see the comparison between these two particular pistols in their size, that the 92X comes in a little bit larger, but what we don't see is the weight. And we know that this is a polymer frame. So the PX4 is about 26.7 ounces, weighed with its magazine empty. And here we have 31. So with that aluminum frame, we have quite a bit heavier firearm. Other particular differences between these two currently available models. You see that this one has a Picatinny rail here with a single notch. The 92X is also available now with a Picatinny rail. It wasn't originally in the original design. It also wasn't available in a compact size. The Px4 Storm has a larger model, the full size, and a smaller model that uses a different recoil design. Yeah, even smaller than this. It's a very stumpy little interesting looking gun. The 92X has a larger model that has a longer slide and barrel and a longer grip, and it also has a Centurion model which has a slightly longer grip, but the barrel remains the same as this one. Both of these guns are easy to modify to upgrade parts. As you can see, they both have these safety decockers, and they can use the same different styles of safety and decocker levers to sort of upgrade the gun. For example, you can get one that instead of having giant wings on the PX4 is more flat to the slide, and similarly with the 92X. You can also pick up new hammer springs of different weights for either of these guns, and most of them are interchangeable, so you can use those same components in both guns. And also both guns offer options for different sights, having dovetailed front and rear on both. One thing that the 92 series can do that the PX4 series cannot is have a replaceable grip panel. So here we have these are a hard polymer, very, very sharp, very grippy, very aggressive texturing on these grips, and also here on the aluminum. And one example of a different option is one that comes right in the box with it, and this is a wraparound grip, and this is meant to emulate the original grip style, the original feel of the 92X. It had more of a hump, and just is a bigger grip profile overall than the 92X. The Px4 Storm has 3 different backstrap options. We have 2 of them that just kind of attach down here. This is the medium. There's a flatter one that gives you more of this upright sort of angle. This one's a little bit more angled thanks to this bulge here. And then finally it has one that goes all the way up and adds a little bit of a beaver tail and gives just a really chunky grip, as opposed to the ones that only add right here. Both of these firearms from Beretta are excellent shooters, very reliable, accurate guns, and I would be happy owning either one. I like this Px4 for its size. It's a little bit smaller. I think the 92X is the better shooter with its tuned trigger. However, if you tuned the Px4 trigger, it would stand right there toe to toe. Maybe. This one really does shoot like a dream. And that's it. That's the 2 Beretta pistols, the double single action pistols offered by Beretta, these hammer-fired guns. And this company really just knows how to make a good firearm. These are 2 great options right here. Of course, you have a much more expensive MSRP here at $800 versus $650 here for the Px4. However, the advanced model, the upgraded model, the compact carry, matches price for price here between the Px4 compact carry and the Beretta 92X. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Ed from Precision Gun Reviews. Until next time, stay safe out there.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out and thanks to the gun store of Conway, South Carolina. They help us transfer in all of our firearms for review. And you should check out the gun store at scgunstore.com. They are a full-service guns and gear shop with an indoor range. They stock a wide selection of handguns, shotguns, suppressors, NFA items, tactical rifles, hunting rifles, and gear. They are fully stocked with all calibers of ammunition. They have gun safes, holsters, magazines. They do gunsmithing on site if you happen to be in the Conway, South Carolina area. Additionally, they hold training courses for those in the area. And they also offer a fully automatic experience in their gun range with an AR-15 or a Thompson 45 Tommy gun. They've got knives, they've got used firearms, parts, accessories, really just about anything you could think of related to firearms, home, and personal defense. I recommend you take a trip over to scgunstore.com, and no matter where you are, go to shop.scgunstore.com, where you can shop their inventory online and have it delivered right to your local FFL. That's the gun store of Conway, South Carolina. Thanks for making all the reviews that you see here on PGR possible.